wonderful lights out there. You're just glowing today, just glowing. Good morning, good morning. Let's begin by taking some centering breaths as we breathe in through our nose, slowly taking a deep breath, holding it, and then exhaling to the count of 8. Breathing in, holding it, exhaling. Breathe in, holding it, exhale slowly. Continue to slowly breathe in deeply for 4, holding it for 4, and slowly releasing it through your mouth to the count of 8, noticing how your shoulders start dropping and you're settling into the moment. Continue breathing, deep breathing like this for the next 30 seconds. Really filling up that abdomen to oxygenate your body. And then just continue to breathe normally, finding the pattern in and out through your nose, using the anchor words if you need them. Just breathing naturally. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Allowing your body to just relax. Letting those thoughts just float by. Returning your attention to your breath. Noticing the rise and fall of your belly at a natural rhythm. When you breathe in, your belly should expand. Breathe out, it contracts. Keep gently guiding your mind back to your breath, your awareness back to your breath. As those thoughts pass by, we're not judging them. We're not clinging to them or attaching to them. We're just noticing them. And our attention right back to our breath. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. Put that small little smile on your face. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Oh, so lovely to see everyone. So lovely to see everyone. So happy Tuesday. And yesterday we were talking about being mindful of our thoughts outside of our meditation practice. We're starting to get really good at watching those thoughts float by and bringing our attention back to center. So we were talking yesterday on how to bring that into the real world when we're not in that meditation practice. And as we're doing our day-to-day things at work, grocery store, at home, to just watch those thoughts as they come up and not attach to them and not cling to them. So we were also reminded of John Kabat-Zinn's definition of mindfulness. Remember, he's kind of like the godfather of the modern day mindfulness movement. And he says it's paying attention in a particular way on purpose. We're purposely bringing our attention back to our breath in the present moment without judgment. And today we're going to just have a short little talk to expand that little piece of without judgment. And we always have these thoughts, okay? So like if you're driving on the freeway, and we've all had this happen to us, and some wild, crazy driver just like cuts us off, and we immediately have a thought, okay? Because that is your amygdala automatically going, danger, danger. And so we have this thought like, hey, that guy just cut me off on the freeway. Here's how we attach to things. You start not you personally, but this is what I do. We could start creating the story in our head. We've attached it. We took that little invisible thought, boom, we dropped it into us. And now we're just going to have a field day with it, okay? We start the story in our head that's like, doesn't he know that he could have hurt me? He could have got me in a car crash. Oh my goodness, that could have increased my car insurance. And, my spouse is out of work right now. And the story just goes on. Doesn't he know that he could hurt someone? He's driving like a maniac. He's going to cause a crash. And then, there's going to be traffic. And innocent bystanders are going to be hurt. Oh my gosh. And then I better call so-and-so who I know is leaving behind me. And maybe I just hope he gets stopped by the cops before all of that happens. So you've created a beginning, a middle, and an end to your story by attaching to just one simple thought. And yesterday we kind of talked about this idea that the acceptance of our thoughts. So basically, what was the event that happened? Somebody cut you off, okay? Somebody cut you off, and that's all that happened. What we add to it, we're attaching to it. So we've already judged this event as being bad, okay? We talked yesterday about how thoughts are bad, good, or neutral. So we already assumed that it was bad, and we didn't do this on purpose. Again, our mind automatically we don't purposely put that intention. Oh, I'm going to judge today. This is just something that happens automatically. And so you spent your whole time in your head telling yourself this story about that other person's driving, and you missed the entire moment, and the probably 15 minutes or 20 minutes of moments thereafter. And you just kind of gave your power away because it just your amygdala hijacked you is what happened. So on top of that, you probably, now that we've been feeling our body emotions, you'll start to notice emotions that are going on in your body, the tenseness and the tightness and the confusion going on. These are things that we're being mindful as we go through our lives. Like, yes, my body's tensing up, I can feel this. I know the difference of feeling peace, and this is not it. So when you start to notice yourself going down this rabbit hole, creating this story, all right, creating this story, um, then, you know, it's really creating a vortex of blah, blah, I call it, because it is blah, blah. Really, what purpose is it serving you? It's not serving you anything. So the thing I always tell myself, when I notice, I could be halfway through that story, but I eventually come to a point where I get mindful and I notice it, because the mind is very powerful. I just say, Deb, get out of your head. Get out of your head, because it's not real. It's completely not real. It's something you are creating. And you'd much rather spend 15, 20 minutes creating something positive and beneficial and helpful for you, your family, our school, the society. So, again, you acknowledge your thoughts, you acknowledge it, and you just leave them. Let them go, like we do in our mindful meditation, without attaching to them. We don't need to make them any bigger than they are. So just like we do in our practice, again, imagine, okay, that's a thought, boom, done. All right. That's why it's so important to practice. Maybe practice outside of this 5 minutes that we do it. Practice, because the more you practice on a daily basis, the easier it is going to transfer into your life. And there's a point now where I literally, and it's such a beautiful, precious, delicious moment, that I could be driving and somebody cuts me off and I don't go into that story. And it's a very peaceful thing. And we're not just talking freeway, we're talking family, we're talking work, we're talking our classroom, we're talking bills, if we're talking illnesses, all of that. Yes, it's all of it is real. It was real that guy cuts us off. It's real. It's real when you have an illness. But we don't need to get lost in that story. So again, I cannot stress the importance of practicing on your own at night sometime, and see if you can start to increase it. All right, a couple quotes I want to leave you with. Some thought-provoking things that keep me on task, because we have a tendency to judge. We talked yesterday. Judging is just something we don't purposely do. It just open the mouth and it goes. This is by Carl Jung. He was a psychotherapist and psychiatrist. And he said, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to understand an understanding of ourselves. Okay. So when you see somebody that's irritating you, that helps us to understand ourselves. Dalai Lama, I gotta love him. Love is the absence of judgment. And then finally, Earl Nightingale, he's a famous writer, speaker. He was a radio guy years and years ago, but he says, this is the one I love. When you judge others, you do not define them, you define yourself. So I thought that was pretty deep. So I just hope that you enjoy this time together. And we're done. And if you have anything you'd like to share, or anything you noticed from yesterday, did you notice a judgment come? How did that feel when you let it go? Did you feel more empowered? And I know your day is going to just be filled with some love and some peace and some joy, because you are just beautiful lights. And just know that.